What's up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of Changes Podcast. Now, this episode is kind of different because we're gonna address a very sad topic that's going on right now, and the topic is about police brutality on an innocent man whose name was George Floyd. Right, guys?
Yeah,
Yes, of
it's a
course.
very sad thing that's happening right now, and
It's
So,
very
in a brief way, tell us what happened, Antoine, or Ewan.
Yuvan. What happened, Yuvan?
Yeah, tell us.
Is a 46-year old man who died Monday in the city he moved for a better life. In his last moment, caught on video. So while being arrested, Floyd was held down by a Minneapolis police officer knee. The video shows Floyd. There's a video currently in the that you can find very easily that shows that Floyd is pleading that is in pain and can't breathe, and then just suddenly his eyes just shuts and he just
He
dies.
dies.
he dies.
Yeah, it's
So, what do you guys think about this?
Well,
I mean,
it's very, very horrible. Why would they do that? I mean, just
it,
because he's black, you can't do that, okay? That's first thing, racism. Second thing, you can't like have your knees on a face. That's like it hurts and like you might leads to that. I mean, he is dead, but what's the point of doing that? So I think this is a very, very
so there are protests and there are okay. So well, what happened to George is I think in my opinion is outrageous. Like we could see that the man asking for help, he couldn't breathe, and the officer was still pressing with his knee on his neck, and we could see in the video that he was suffering, and he couldn't breathe, and so I don't know why the officer just kept his knee on his neck, because he was racist, because he hated that person, because he has
no
something
point of
against
doing
him.
that.
I don't know, but we all know that. I mean, in my opinion, it was murder. Like he had no right to kill him like this.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you guys think
Yeah,
that the
just
officer was mean to kill the guy or not? Mean to
He
kill George?
well,
was.
obviously there was no um wait, let me
There was no
explication.
word.
How do you say? Oh my God, I forgot it in English. So no, I think it was pretty cool. Cruel, sorry,
Pretty
cruel.
cool.
I don't know what the policeman did. I think that even George Floyd didn't do nothing wrong. He was for there was nothing. Well, he was doing something illegal, but nothing that harms others.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
it's
nothing
like
that
I heard
nothing
that
that has to do with the society around him. Yeah,
I heard
yeah,
that
there was
he
no
deserved.
there was
I
no
think
need
he did
on.
not deserve his death. This was like the. He
but before being arrested, he was arrested because he used like a falsified $100 bill of what I heard in a video.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah,
why
I know. Yeah,
they.
he didn't do nothing, like nothing,
It's
nothing
not even
violent.
harming
So
to
he didn't.
someone.
Yeah, and the actual police report said that
He had
he
mental
was not
issues or something.
no, he was not cooperating to the arrest. So he had to be detained like by force.
But you
But
can see in the video,
yeah, the new cameras, like there has been cameras leaked that he was cooperating, and the cops told him to
and he
sit
was very
down.
calm.
He sat. Yeah, and nothing happened. And later, the police report it said that he appeared to be suffering medical distress.
Yeah, that's what
So
I heard.
appeared to be medical distress. Like those. Oh my God, that's disgusting. How they even put it in the police report. Like it was his fault. Like it was not our fault. He was appearing to have a medical distress, so it's fine. It's
That's
not
very
medical
bad.
distress because they caused it. They caused his death. It was not because he was in
I
shock
mean,
or because he was. It was because they strangled him to death, or not strangle. Like is he
I
strangled?
listened in the video also that applying a pressure on the neck can like make someone just pass out super fast.
Yeah,
in
like
matter of
choking, you
seconds,
know.
and it can kill people in matter of
Mm-hmm.
minutes. And the officer Derek Chauvin, which was the person that pinned Floyd on the ground, um, for 8 minutes, he pinned George Floyd neck, just on the ground, and he was suffering, asking for he couldn't breathe, saying he couldn't breathe. So
Yeah,
I just
we have
it's
words
sad.
for this
It's
basically.
sad how just people like how this officer just abuse of his power, and the other people cannot even help him. Help the
I know
George Floyd.
the others people were like busy recording the whole thing, you know. They were not taking any stand against it. They were just like busy recording.
No, well, no, because they couldn't do anything because
There was the
the
second
police
police
car.
officer that was stopping everyone to go near him.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know what's his name.
it was also cruel with the other cops. It's not the one killing the George wasn't the only one. You know, it was
Yeah,
the
the others
rest.
were like stopping the society to.
Yeah, they were just watching him die and not doing anything about it.
Yeah, no one was.
If you're hearing
Uh,
this, which is I doubt a lot, Mr. Derek, well, here's a big
what the
fuck you from all of us.
heck? Okay, Joy, calm down. Yeah.
So now we're gonna talk about the protest happening on
I mean,
right
like before
now
we
on
were talking about the
Minneapolis.
protest, now before talking about the protest, what do you guys think should we do with the cop?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Should
what do you
should
think?
he be charged with murder?
Okay, what do you?
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
should.
should he? Should he?
So
I
you
think
want
so.
like should he be penalized with the murder?
Yeah, he should be charged with murder.
Hmm. You know what? I think, yeah, I think what Anshuman said is true. I think he should be penalized with murder because what he did was a wrong act and was against the law. So yeah, he should be hanged down. Yeah.
He
But you
abused
yeah,
of his power.
but you
Of what I
guys
saw,
yeah, but you guys
it
know
was
what?
abused.
In a recent news like about the cop, like yeah, strangers have started going to his house and threatening him, right? So 50 police officers were surrounded in his house just for his protection. Can you believe?
Oh my god.
Just for the cops' protection, 50 police officers were surrounded by his house.
And what do you think about was he motivated in killing him because he was racist or because
I
he
mean,
was
bro,
angry? What do you think?
it's racist, bro. Clearly it shows it's racist. Why would a white officer do something to a black person, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
and
And it's not the first time that an event like this occurs
yeah,
in the
it's
United States.
I mean, that's what, bro. Basically, I don't know if you guys know about this Colin Kaepernick. Do you guys know about that? The
Yeah,
stand?
the NFL player, right?
Yeah, the NFL player. Yeah, he was kneeling down
Hmm.
while the national anthem was happening because he thinks that Black lives are going away, so Black Lives Matter and all the.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's becoming a really serious issue. I mean, what do you think, Giancarlo?
Well, it's not becoming a serious issue. It was a serious issue.
It
Like 30
was.
years ago with the situation with Rodney King, the same exact situation, police brutality against a black man, and it caused a lot of controversy. But it's not only these two people. These are only the people that got caught on camera. But imagine like every day, every single day that this happens, but it doesn't get noticed. Like fortunately, this could get caught on tape, but imagine all of the rest that no one notices.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And it's disgusting to live in a society in the 21st century. In the 21st
Mhm.
century, that we're supposed to be very progressive and accepting to
Yeah.
all communities, but we still
Yeah.
are doing this, and we are still accepting it because of the government system. Still doesn't do anything because did you see the tweet? The Minneapolis police. They stated on their tweet is that the right thing to do was to fire them. It obviously was the right thing to do, and I don't think
And
that
to yeah,
firing them is not a They should be treated like a normal individuals that
No,
kill innocent
they
man,
should be
not
charged
because
with
they're cops.
murder.
Yeah,
True, yeah.
uh, they
I
should
mean,
go to to jail.
instead of charging with murder, if you see right now, 50 police officers are surrounded by his house just for his protection. Do you guys know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, 50 officers are surrounded by his house, by the cop's house, for his protection, so that no strangers go to his house and threaten him.
Well, yeah, everyone wants to kill him.
Yeah, bro.
But oh yeah, about the protest, like people to that react to this react with violence.
Yeah, many celebrities also took a stand on it. Like many sports player,
Hmm.
LeBron James.
There's this is a controversy as well because there's a difference between protesting and doing harm, you know? Because right now
Yeah,
in Minneapolis, they're destroying cars, they are looting like retail stores like Target,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
doing so much chaos. Like if you respond with violence, I saw a tweet an Instagram story by an influencer. His name is Chris Long Films, and on his story he said that we should kill cops to send a message so that they don't repeat this action again. And what the hell is he saying? If if you respond with the same violence, you're the same person.
It's like making it worse in some ways.
Mm, I
Yeah,
agree.
it's disgusting also how people react to this. Like there's like it can be you can react at it like trying to spread a positivity and protest, have a peaceful protest. But there's another reaction that takes them to hate and convincing everyone to kill the cops. Kill cops. Like not every cop is evil, and even if they're evil, they shouldn't deserve death. No one deserves death.
Indeed, I
Yeah.
agree with that. But it still angers a lot of people that
Hmm.
an unarmed black man was killed, like merciless, by a white cop.
Yeah, and he was pleading for help. Like that's the worst
Yeah.
Merciless,
part.
like the cop didn't even react or anything. He just kept his knee on his neck.
Yeah, and when he died, the cop still it wouldn't stop. Like even when he died, he
Yeah,
continued
he just kept
to
his
strangle.
knee. Yeah,
Yeah. And the worst part that the people, the bystanders, couldn't do anything. Like the only thing they could do is record it.
Recall, yeah. Because the other police are stopping everyone, they like they should stop the other police should have stopped the wait, what's the police officer name?
his name
Uh,
was Derek.
just call it the murderer,
Yeah,
Derek Chauvin. Covain.
the
Covin.
murderer.
Derek.
Derek.
I mean, they should have.
But if you see, it's kind of sad that there's no solution to this. Because even though you make all these protests and all this chaos, nothing's gonna change. Because in reality, the one who has the last decision is the government system, and the government system doesn't really do anything. If the government system doesn't want to change, nothing's gonna change, and
Yeah, I said
the
police.
problems are gonna continue.
Yeah, because police all rely under the government. They work for the government and they work.
Hmm.
So they basically rely on the government. So basically, no solution for no such harm causes changes.
Yeah, there's no solution. Yeah, because the same thing happened 30 years ago, but with the LA riots. And did
Uh-huh.
something change? Nothing changed. Nothing changed. The same situation is happening 30 years later, even after the LA riots. It's incredible. It's
Yeah,
so shocking. It's shocking.
it's very
And I
indeed
actually
shocking.
yesterday I discovered a new song. The name of the song is "Wishing for a Hero,"
That little
featuring
kid, right,
BJ the Chick.
singing?
What?
Wait, sorry. You were saying something. What?
The song is called "Wishing for a Hero," featuring BJ the Chicago Kid, made by Polo G.
The
And
chicken?
I realized that Polo G is a lyrical rapper. his song is about police brutality. If you listen to it, it's about police brutality. Look, I can read you some of the lyrics.
Here's an
Mission.
extract of the song, guys.
A lot of rappers doing way more stunting than giving back. You ain't my color, then you don't know the struggle of being black. Cops kill us and we protest. What type of shit is that? Man, if the police shoot at one of my brothers, I'm blinking. That's shocking, guys. That's pretty shocking, right? Like how a black man lives their day-to-day life. Because you can say that the black community is the one suffering and feeling this. Because in reality, like we personally are privileged, right? But in a way, we're also privileged because we don't have this. We're not treated like this. So because we're white and we're international, we live in a privileged school. No, we are in a privileged school, so we don't get treated like this. So in reality, it's just our morals speaking, but not like all of these people in the black community have been feeling like this like since their whole lives and have been struggling with this problem. So in a way, they're the ones that are suffering the most. So I think this is the most deep, like very deep lyric about
Mm-hmm.
with the Paulo Cabaret. Like you ain't my color, then you don't know the struggle of living black.
Yeah, true.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, indeed.
Wait, so now, do you guys
Uh,
have any idea what's going to happen to the police officer, or like, is there any decision
there's
by the
there's an
government?
ongoing FBI investigation right now.
Okay.
But in my opinion, because of this backlash it received,
Mm-hmm.
I think that they are gonna get to jail. They're gonna get and maybe even the death penalty. I don't know,
Okay. I mean, it's what the
because that's what.
for.
Yeah, that's the legal system. Like, if you kill someone, you get killed by the death penalty.
But what
So I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand is, like, bringing back at the starting, like, what happened? Why is George Floyd being kneed down with from a cop? Like, I don't understand, like, the background information.
He wasn't doing anything. Oh, he was doing something wrong,
What
but
was he
he
doing?
wasn't. He was according to Anton, he was using $100 bill, a fake $100 bill.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
But yeah, that's not. He wasn't harming anyone, and that there was no need to restrain him in that way. And even if he was acting violent, the dude was in handcuffs and was lying on the floor. Like he was defenseless, so there was no need to put his knee on his neck.
Yeah, I know, and that's
Yeah.
what is very, very, very
He
unfair.
yeah, he can't use the excuse that he was not cooperating and or that he was
Oh,
acting
he couldn't do
violent. Like
anything.
he was defenseless. Yeah, he was defenseless. So he's
And
yeah
putting the
he's a
freaking
murderer.
knee, putting his freaking knee, okay, on the guy's neck for over freaking 9 minutes. Like,
It's
no,
a horrible death I can
no,
ever imagine.
9 minutes. Yeah, there's no need. Like, what do you expect to happen? He's just gonna die. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, calm, it's okay. Calm down, Antoine.
No,
Okay. Okay.
shut up, Yuvan.
Yeah, calm down. Calm down.
Shut up.
Yeah, no,
Antoine,
it's
please don't
disgusting,
cry.
man.
Stop crying.
In this case, don't want to get political, but I would burn the American flag. Imagine living in a nation that condemns this. They don't condemn it, but they allow it because in reality they don't do anything. They just say that, oh yeah, we're working on it, so that they don't receive any backlash or any more
But
protests.
yeah, true. Mm-hmm.
But they don't do anything to solve this problem.
They just keep saying,
I would
use their words, but they
I
don't do any action against.
yeah I would hate living over. Well, here's is like the same thing. All the cops are corrupt. So in a way, there's no safe place to live in. And that's kind
True.
of sad. What would be the real solution to solve this problem, the police brutality, according to you guys?
Well, first of all, we need measure, and I'd like to introduce a way to as you say, reduce police brutality. Well, if you remember, if you watched the last podcast, the democracy one, we talked about fear and how fear can control people. So we could use fear in a certain way in order to prevent the police officer to abuse of their power on civilians, abuse just like the case with George Floyd. And
Mm-hmm.
so, for example, if
Uh,
we use if we kill an officer, if we if like
what you're the same as that Instagram thing I just talked about. It's
I'm
funny.
joking, okay? But imagine if you it's just hypothetical. But if you lynch, okay, you put a police officer that killed the person in a crowd where there the like those people that hate the person that killed the other person.
Anto, what are you
My
trying
God,
to say? I don't get
that
you.
makes no sense. That makes no sense. But anyway, those people are just gonna kill the officer, and that's gonna
Mm,
um place
So
fear for others officer that are planning to do the same thing.
and that doesn't give like a good protection to the society because there are we're not saying that there are bad cops everywhere. There are good cops, around the world or around the US. But then if society kills the officer, then that's gonna, yeah, that Antoine said, as Antoine said, they're gonna all the officers will stay home and they will not give any protection to the society. That kind of turns like an upside down situation for whole government and whole
I don't think that Antoine's solution would be very effective. Because if you see, have you guys do you know the experiment, the Stanford experiment
no.
about the
I heard of
cop?
that. I heard of that.
Yeah,
It's an
Oh yeah,
experiment
is
that
it isn't it
if
in
you
the prison?
yeah, yeah. So that experiment proved that if you give someone whatever they like, people will find power either way. Because
can you
people
can you
like
repeat that
power.
again?
Naturally, they will like power, and yeah, because there has always been a punishment for killing, but people would always want power and would always want to do whatever they want.
Okay, so
So in a
yeah,
way,
so the Stanford
it's
prison.
uncontrollable.
So what you're saying is that the Stanford prison experiment demonstrated the powerful role that the situation can play in human behavior. So because the guard were placed in a position of power, they began to behave in ways they would not
Hmm.
usually act in everyday lives
Yeah.
or other situations. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's relevant because what happened there. The cop was in a position of power, and he just abused of this
But
power. That's pretty
you
much it.
can't really take away the power from the cops from no the power from the cops because they need power. They need to be the authority because or else the civilians will listen and hence crime will increase. So taking power would not be a solution because the main idea of a policeman is having power of the civilians as they tell them they tell everyone what not to do.
But they should use the power for peace and order, not kill
Well,
people.
yeah, obviously that's the main problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's difficult. There's no real solution here. It's really difficult to solve this problem
True.
because you don't know who are you. So if you hire a person, you don't know if he's a murderer or if he's racist.
So if we
So it's
I
introduce
very
mean,
a
there are
difficult.
so
TOK
many.
question, is it unethical to
What the
kill
hell?
people?
Not funny, Antoine.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out.
That's funny.
No, Antoine, it's not. Kick him out.
Okay, so do you guys have anything more to say?
I think
No?
so.
I
Okay.
mean,
What
we have
about
come to a
So guys,
so
straightforward
the
decision
guys,
already.
the persons who will listen to our podcast? What do you think about this situation? Tell
put
us
it
like
down in the comments. And
your
you can
opinions.
join the Discord where you can socialize with other people and make new friends. And if you guys want, we can debate about this topic. You can share your ideas and your comments. And also another note, we are actually starting to do a mini tournament. So if you guys want to join to these tournaments, you could just join the Discord, and we'll notify you when we make another tournament. For
Yeah,
now,
and the Discord
this
link will
weekend,
be in the description.
yeah, in the description. And this weekend, it's Uno tournament.
Yes.
Let's go, guys!
We're gonna
Yay!
announce the winner on the Instagram and Discord. So
Stay tuned.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, and if you're listening
Spotify.
on SoundCloud and Spotify also. Yeah. Hello, guys.
yeah,
Hello.
basically every platform you have there out there. So yeah.
And also, we contacted a famous person, a celebrity, and
Oh
he
my god.
agreed to be on the podcast, guys. So
But
don't
it's
forget to
not
tune
it.
in for
We're not
that.
gonna say anything more. All right. Just
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Okay. Hasta luego.
Hasta
See ya.
luego.
Say
So
bye.
there you go.
Say bye.